Good evening from Yummy Bee TV. Just taking the time out. I hope you've been enjoying the A Factor today. Oh yeah, nearly forgot. Um, Wishing you all well. Thank you for all your kind messages of support. I'm going to get more deeper into that in a minute because it's much more than that, to be honest. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the A Factor, the latest upload with me and my nephew Quincy. Um, Yep, I've got to be honest, which I've always done with you lot, to the best that I could over the months that you've been with me. I was in serious trouble, all of my own doing, all of my own making, buried my head in the sand, and basically suicidal thoughts. We know what kind of behaviour comes with me when I start dabbling into forbidden things that have caused so much heartache for all concerned over the years. The terrible few weeks, no eating. It was really sad as well. But firstly, I'd just like to thank, obviously, my nephew Quincy, my big brother John down in Manchester, Big Ben, also in Stoke as well, Charlie down in Milton Keynes, all those who've been round the clock looking after me, as well as also my followers, my beloved followers and now friends all around the country, from Scotland to Ireland to England, of course, and my beloved mum's town in Wales, Newport, and the rest of Wales as well. Special mentions, obviously, for Sarah Dunmain and her family, Brian, Mary, Helen, etc., and all of you. Carl Samuels, my boy Carl, been there for me for so long, down in Newport as well, supported me throughout. Yep, someone asked about Birmingham months ago. Yummy, why don't you ever mention Birmingham? You never mentioned any of the stories of, oh, why they're going to come soon now. Uh, Trust me, I never got round to it for whatever reasons, but some real big love down there for me. With Andy, of course, my boy, who's been there from the start with me, and Reese, who's just the proper geezer down there as well. I'll be down there shortly to see you all. Thank you very much. Also, Nikki, and then never forget you, of course, down there in Birmingham as well. Very special to me. James Stewart down in Plymouth, of course. My boy Jake and his family down there, who's basically been worrying all that time as well. Sorry, Jake. Yeah, that's very. I'll get round to that. I'm going to have a phone call with you soon, anyway, as usual. Hangs, my boy, what can I say as well, down in Newcastle. Lots of love, dear boy. Yeah, I could go on and on and on. Kath McCann and the family down there in Richmond, Kingston. He was there at my bedside when I was in hospital, as well, to your family as well, always there for me. And many more, which I'm going to get round to doing. But I think it's fair to say the significant factor it was, to stop being selfish for once. Yeah, I mean, whatever you think about yourself, do what you said you were going to do. Finish the journey. Don't go and bury yourself in the sand. You've died so many times before in that way, if you get what I mean, in all ways. And you're going to hand it over just like that while things are going well as well. But, I plead guilty for being human now. I understand. I understand more than probably what some know, to be honest. And I think not a good thing to have gone through it. You start blaming this one and that one, and this is because I went here, because it wasn't because of anything. It's because I wanted to commit suicide. For whatever bluntly I put it, only those around you will be able to tell you that is the truth. TJ as well, spoke to her at length down in East London as well, supported me all the way through. I've lost count. James McGregor as well, the BMX team down there, boys doing very well. I've got to go through so many. Kathleen, um, Amanda Green, obviously, Louise, Sarah, Cy Bennett, all there hanging on. JP. So I'm just going to keep going on. I promise you, I'm going to make a video about my followers. Not, yeah, for all of you, but there was a few that were on this journey in the last few weeks of me, and I'm going to say it. I'm still going to apologise for my behaviour as well, because it's not fair. that people should be worrying about me, a 50-year-old grown man who's thinking of, basically never existing again. And those videos that I made while I was crawling along the floor, I slept on a park bench once. I didn't tell nobody. I was freezing. I know it was so cold out there. I can only imagine now what it's like for real homeless people, albeit I'm still homeless right now in reality. Also, thank you, Trina. Yeah, always there as well. Taught me through a lot of stuff. Yami, stop it. Stop mentioning everyone right now. You're going to get round to that as well. And I'd like to, also throughout this period, I know we had the fallout, my fallout with It Is What It Is TV. I'd just like to clear that matter up once and for all. We parted company. It wasn't his channel. It's both of our channels. I needed to make this explanation. We had some disagreements on certain things, and I blew the button and basically went. But he is my nephew. I know it's a lot of things happen over the months and things. Sometimes I don't think I make things clear enough. Why there's bad blood and talk and that kind of stuff. But no, 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 no. He's still my boy. Yeah, yeah. I will be. I'll consider. I'm considering the package to still do work with It Is What It Is TV, as well as Yami B TV, if you like, because there's some interesting other subjects that can come up that can be thing. But I'll clear that up the rest of that other time. But no, 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 no. There's no bad blood there. Contrary to what I can babble on and get things twisted a bit, because I know that I'm not the best at explaining. I get in. You know what happens with me? I think I get involved in the argument and the content of the argument rather than what basically led to it and what it without a solution, that kind of thing. But no, 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 no bad blood there. It's still my family, to be honest. There, so now clear-headed. I'd like to tell you also that I'm in a two-day withdrawal situation. I'm quite surprised I couldn't face you last night after being picked up off the floor in the street. There's a few but others that as well, that I've mentioned already, that had to pick me up and carry me off. A special thing, how shocking it must have been for Quincy to find me in this way. It's just another matter altogether. But yeah, I did do videos. So in my mind, I'm thinking while I'm doing the videos, strange that I must have known that I was going to come back, because I was thinking of future purposes to use the videos so that when I get back up to inspire other, I can't. Is that madness? That you're near enough dead. You never ate for a fucking week. Excuse my language. I don't normally swear. No, I'll take that back. I don't like swearing. Not on camera anyway. No, it's not very, very rude. But yeah, but the things that go through your head while you're doing stuff, and then you're waiting and waiting, because everybody's saying, come here, there's a place there, there's a come to, all these places around everywhere that I'm waiting to go, and I haven't made a decision, when I could have bloody sorted it all myself. I know, it's shameful, shameful, but I was stuck, when you're clouded. But I'm hoping those videos of me, looking really close to the end, are going to inspire other addicts and sufferers and whatever. Not, we talk about addicts and we know that it's never going to be beaten. I'm never going to say again that I've won, I've beaten it and blah, blah, blah. All I can say is what all of you have always said to me all along, which I should have known: one day at a time. And that's it. There's nothing more we could do about such things. And now I realise that the whole world now, since I've been out my first year in history, I'm thinking everybody has got addictions of some kind, or obsessive behaviour, albeit OCD or gambling or relationships they don't know how to deal with it. Probably one of those as well, to be honest. And I think all of us wish that we could do a lot of things better, and beat ourselves up. Why did I say this? Why did I do that? I didn't mean what I said. I didn't do, so many things that I spun around and said, come to the conclusion that there's no such answers. It is what it is, and it was what it was, and now you just got to hope that you don't repeat the same old mistakes. I know, and learn to count to 10 before you answer. If you're going to offend somebody, don't do it. Don't say it. If you don't have to say it, don't say it because of the impact that it's going to have on others. If you're going to drag yourself down into the coffin, then you why let everybody witness it. So that it means that they're playing a part in it too. I can't ever be. I've read a lot in the past, and I can't. I could never find it. I'm not Freud or Jung or Bowlby, all these great psychologists from way back in the day with all these theories and hypotheses and all that kind of stuff. I've done all that, and the answer would always be, you will be who you want to be, and you will do it the best way that you know your heart tells you to. If you know that it's wrong, because I'm getting back to the gentle Yami now, this amazes me why I would want to take that away from myself, but forget that. I'm coming back. I'm on my way back, as you see now, with the A Factor and me getting ready. And let's continue on this journey because I've got some mint stories coming up for you all and some new things I've got to catch up with all. Remember, I never got to do my interviews all, I think. There's a backlog of people to catch up with. We've already mentioned some of the podcasters around from the early video from 4 or 5 weeks ago. Tremendous support there as well. And that. And I'm just hoping I haven't forgot anything. Honestly, when you feel like you don't want to leave anyone out, because I'm talking about a lot of people helped me. And again, I can sympathize with sufferers and addicts of all kinds who don't have the support, but there's always somebody you can tell. Always reach out. I was hanging on for dear life, but I still let people know, basically, without, like say, I'd give them 60% of the trouble I'm in, but something was stopping me from worrying because you're too focused on what you're doing with the addiction. Because you're part of you saying, no, 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 but you don't, but yeah, I'm sure you know what I mean. I hope you do anyway. But uh, I'm gonna do a video on all what's happened in the last month. All right, with the followers. If I've forgotten you just now, it's because I just can't. I can't. I just haven't got. I'm just reading off names off the top of my head. But no, it's an absolute pleasure to be back and watch the space. You watch. I won't be falling down for a little while now. And yes, I apologise. Some of you messaged me saying, Yami, we can't take falling off, especially for this real fall off period. And they would probably want to leave me, and rightly so, I say. And all I can say to you lot is sorry. And I'll just have to pick up the pieces and go again. I can never see all right, the repeating and the positive talk and getting ready again, and then, but what do you do if you're not going to do that to get back up and try again? What does one do? Just don't say anything and do it, or do you stay down there? But what I was saying was that always reach out. There's always someone there, and I sympathise that, as I have to accept that I'm lucky to have that kind of support now in later life. Do you see what I mean? Since I've come on this journey, but support is always there. There's always lines and people you can talk to and reach out to. It's never beyond any of us to win anything with these man-made things and things that we think we love that make us worse and feel bad about ourselves, basically, to keep going through it and through it and through it. It's awful. I'm telling you, it's very, very sad world out there. And I saw it again, and I'm absolutely terrified. So I've had to cry, but basically, I'm sending all my love to you lot, and Carol, thank you for everything as well, and your family, been there for me through thick and thin. It's deep, deep, deep. I know. So I'm going to get round to it all, but basically, yeah, I'm going to get round to it all. But this is the first of many videos that are about to come back on Yami B TV. I love you all.